aussi.
D'accord. Donc, chers participants, bon après-midi à vous tous et bienvenue au 8e cours de la formation d'aujourd'hui sous le nom Apprentissage de la langue anglaise. Dans ce cours, vous apprendrez grammar, future continuous and future perfect, reported speech, relative clauses, vocabulary, most frequent affixes, prefixes, and suffixes, serving at a restaurant, writing opinion essays, speaking talk about a person who's very important to you. Tout cela avec Dr. Sourad Ashlaghi, membre du corps professoral de l'Université Midocean. Accordons maintenant la parole à Dr. Sourad. Dr. Sourad, la parole est à vous. Vous pouvez commencer votre formation.
Thank you very much, Malek. Hello, everybody. Hope you are fine. Welcome to our English language training course. So today we're going to study lecture 8. As you see, so this lecture will be divided into 4 sections. Section number 1, grammar. So in this section, you are going to learn about future continuous and future perfect. You are also going to learn about reported speech and relative clauses. Section 2, vocabulary. Here, you are going to study most frequent affixes, prefixes, and suffixes. And we're also going to study vocabulary about restaurants. In section 3, writing, you will learn how to write opinion essays. And the last section of today's lecture will be, of course, about here, as you see, speaking. So you will learn how to talk about a person who is very important to you. So welcome to our English training session. And let's start our lecture. Part 1, grammar, future continuous and future perfect. Let me start with the future perfect simple. The use. So we use this tense to express an action that will be complete or finished at some time in the future. Form of the future perfect simple is will have plus past participle of the verb. Here you have an example. Within a few years, they will have found a solution. So here, as you see, I underlined will have plus past participle of the verb to find, which is found. Negative form of the future perfect simple is will not have plus past participle, or we say won't have plus past participle of the verb. Okay, example, Herbert won't have finished building the roof by the end of the week. The interrogative form of the future perfect simple is will plus subject plus have plus past participle of the verb. Here the example. Will you have done all the exercises by the end of this lesson? No, we won't. Now, time expressions that indicate this tense are by this time next year, by 3 o'clock, by then, by August or by September, by June, okay? In 4 months, you can say in 5 months, 2 months, okay? All these expressions mean at the end of a period of time, okay? As you see here, the following example, by 3 o'clock today, we will have had 6 lessons, okay? Now, let's talk about the future continuous. We use the future continuous to express an action that will be in progress at some time in the future. For example, the form is will be plus ing. Example, Russians will be celebrating Victory Day with parades and dances in the streets. Negative form will not be plus ing or won't be plus ing. Example, my sister won't be driving to Barcelona on Thursday. The interrogative form of future continuous. So, will plus subject plus be plus ing form of the verb. For example, will you be doing an exam at this time tomorrow? Yes, we will, or no, we won't. Time expressions, examples. At this time tomorrow, at this time next week, on Thursday, during the next 3 months, in the next decade. So these expressions refer to a specific point in time or to a period of time. For example, so in the next 3 months, my friend will be studying in the United States. Okay? Now, let's move on to B, reported speech. What is reported speech? If we report what another person has said, we usually don't use the speaker's exact words, direct speech, but reported speech and direct. Reported speech statement. When transforming a statement, check whether you have to change pronouns, present tense verbs, third person singular, place and time expressions, tenses, backshift. Reported speech introductory verbs. Example, she told me that. He said that. They explained that. We informed her that. I pointed out that. She added that. He claimed that. She whispered that. They thought that. Now, tenses now. So, change tenses, go backwards in time. So, present simple or continuous. when using the reported speech, we transform it into past simple or continuous. Present perfect simple or continuous. Reported speech here equal past perfect simple or continuous. Past simple or continuous. Reported speech past perfect simple or continuous. Future simple will plus infinitive. Reported speech we use would plus infinitive. Remember also to change these. Can becomes could. Will becomes would. Am, is, are, so becomes was or were. Have, has, had becomes had. Was, were becomes had been. Don't change these. Verb, ing, past participle, bare infinitive, to plus infinitive. Remember to change these. So this or these, you changes into that, those. Here, you changes into there. Now, you changes into then. Today, you changes into that day. This evening, you changes into that evening. Tonight, you changes into that night. Also, so yesterday becomes the previous day, or the day before. Last week becomes the previous week or the week before. Tomorrow becomes the next day or the following day. Next year becomes the following year. Now here you have an example, direct speech. I speak English. So here the verb is in the simple present tense. Reported speech. So he said that he spoke English. So we change the simple present tense into simple past. More practice. Example number 1. So she said, I'm reading. Okay. She said that she was reading. Reported speech here. She said that she was reading. Here you have present continuous. We transform it into past continuous tense. They said we're busy. Reported speech. Simple present. Simple past. So they said that they were busy. He said, I know a better restaurant. Reported speech. He said he knew, so the simple past of the verb to know here, as you see, knew. So he said he knew a better restaurant. She said, I woke up early. She said she had woken up early. More examples. He said, I will ring her. Here you have future tense. So we transform will into would. As you see, reported speech here. He said he would ring her. They said we have just arrived. Present perfect tense. Reported speech. We use the past perfect tense. They said they had just arrived. Again, he said, I will clean the car. Reported speech. He said he would. So as you see here, will is transformed into would. Okay. So he said he would clean the car. She said, I didn't say that. She said she hadn't said that. She said, I don't know where my shoes are. Here the sentence is in the simple present tense, the reported speech. So here she said she didn't know where her shoes were. Okay, simple past. Okay. Reporting questions now. So when transforming questions, also note that you have to transform the question into an indirect question. So use the interrogative or if, whether. Whether and if. We can use if or whether before reported speech. Their meaning is the same. Example, do you have enough time? This is direct speech. Reported speech now. I asked her if she had enough time, or I asked her whether she had enough time. I don't know. Direct speech. Reported speech. She doesn't know if she has enough time, or she doesn't know whether she has enough time. We can use if or whether before reported speech. Their meaning is the same. However, if the reported clause comes first in the sentence, we use whether, not if. Example, so whether he'll come to the wedding, we don't know. Before to plus infinitive, we use whether. Example, we can't decide whether to go to Scotland or Ireland for our holidays. Whether used after a preposition. There was a long discussion about whether they should sell the company. And we can't say about if they should sell, okay? Another example, so I'm not interested in whether they're going to sell the company. Word order now. So normal word order is used in reported questions. That is, the subject comes before the verb. And it is not necessary to use do or did. Okay. Example number one. So direct speech. Where does Peter live? Okay. Indirect speech. She asked him where Peter lived. Example number two. Where are you going? Indirect speech. She asked where I was going. So here, as you see, in the indirect speech, the subject comes before the verb. Here is the subject, she, and the verb asked, okay? Why is she crying? Indirect speech, he asked why she was crying. Okay. Yes or no questions. This type of question is reported by using ask plus if or whether plus clause. Example, direct speech. Do you speak English? And direct speech. He asked me if I spoke English. Another example. Are you British or American? So, indirect speech, he asked me whether I was British or American. Is it raining? Indirect speech, she asked if it was raining. Next example, have you got a computer? Indirect speech, he wanted to know whether I had a computer. Can you type? She asked if I could type. Did you come by train? He inquired whether I had come by train. And have you been to Bristol before? She asked if I had been to Bristol before. Question words. So this type of question is reported by using ask or another verb like ask plus question word plus clause. So the clause contains the question in normal word order and with the necessary tense change. Here you have examples. Direct speech. Example number 1. What is your name? He asked me. Indirect speech. He asked me what my name was. Number 2. How old is your mother? He asked. Indirect speech. He asked how old her mother was. Next, the policeman said to the boy, where do you live? Indirect speech. The policeman asked the boy where he lived. Next example, so what time does the train arrive? She asked. She asked what time the train arrived. When can we have dinner? She asked. Indirect speech, she asked when they could have dinner. And last example, Peter said to John, why are you so late? Indirect speech, so Peter asked John why he was so late. Reporting questions. Where is my umbrella? She asked. Reported speech, she asked where her umbrella was. How are you? Martin asked us. Martin asked us how we were. Okay. Practice time now. Direct speech, reported or indirect speech. Okay, so the first example is already done for you. Sentence number 1. I read the example. My students love English. The teacher declared. So here, as you see, the verb is in the simple present tense. Reported speech, we, of course, use the past simple. And the answer is, the teacher declared that her students loved. Okay, so here loved. We transform the simple present love into simple past loved. Okay, that students loved English. Now let's do example number 2. I read the example where listening attentively, the student said. So, guys, so are you ready to answer this sentence now? Example number 2. So, who wants to answer?
For those who want to answer Dr. Swad the question, you can raise your hand or write it down on the chat box. Pour ceux qui veulent répondre à la question de Dr. Swad, veuillez s'il vous plaît soit lever la main, soit l'écrire sur le chat.
Participation, guys, are you following? I'm waiting for your answer.
Come on. You don't want to choose randomly.
Yeah.
Looks like we have to choose randomly. Je crois que nous allons choisir au hasard. Let's see. Fadi? Mina? Ok, Mina. La parole est à vous, Mina. The mic is yours.
The student said that they was listening attentively. They were.
Yeah, can you repeat, please?
The student said that they were listening attentively.
Yeah. So, what did you change here? Tell me.
We are the verb are listening. It is in the present continuous.
Yeah.
And I made it in the past continuous. Were listening, and I added that.
Yeah. Let's check your answer. The students said that they were listening attentively. Yeah. Good answer. Okay. Continue, please. Yeah. Here you have another example. Can you read it? Yeah?
I haven't written my... can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I can hear you very well, yes.
I haven't written my essay. Lara confessed.
Reported
perfect.
speech. Yeah.
I don't remember. Lara confessed that she haven't written. She hadn't written, no?
Yeah.
She hadn't written her essay.
Okay, let me check your answer. Excellent. So Lara confessed that she hadn't written her essay. Okay, so we changed the present perfect into past perfect. Good. Continue, Mina, please. Okay, here we have another example. Let you read it. Yeah. Read the example, please.
Studying for hours for this exam. We have been studying for hours for this exam. The student emphasized.
Yeah.
The student they had been studying for hours for this exam. For that exam.
Okay. In the reported speech, so what did you change? Tell us.
Have I changed it by had.
You changed it into had.
Had, and this I changed it into that.
Yeah, okay, let's check. The students emphasized that they had been. Okay, so here you have present perfect continuous. We transform it into past perfect continuous. So the answer is had been studying for hours for that exam. Okay, nice. Thank you so much, dear student. Let's move to another participant and let's continue. Let's practice. Let me do the first example for you. Okay, so you will get extra homework. The teacher shouted. Report the speech. The teacher shouted that we would. Okay, so I transform will into would. That we would get extra homework. Let's continue. So someone else, let's do the next example.
For those who want to answer Dr. Suad's question, you can raise your hand or write it down in the chat box. Pour ceux qui veulent répondre à la question du Dr. Sorad, veuillez s'il vous plaît soit lever la main, soit l'écrire sur le chat. Okay. Who wants to answer? Will we choose randomly? I think that we will choose randomly. Je crois que nous sommes obligés de choisir par hasard. Camilla? Camilla, la parole est à vous. Camilla, the mic is yours. Camilla? Camilla? Looks like we lost her. Je crois que nous l'avons perdue. Ah, Camilla, la parole est à vous. Veuillez nous excuser. Camilla?
Okay, let's select another student.
I think I just spoke. Camilla?
Okay. Lucia whispered that they can help you to watch this text.
Can you change it into reported speech or indirect speech? I can help you with this task. Your answer, please.
Camilla? Okay,
Are
looks
you
like
here?
you got...
Maybe she can't hear us very well. Yeah?
Maybe she got a connection problem. So,
yeah.
Thank you for trying, Camilla. Je crois qu'elle a un problème de connexion. Merci pour avoir essayé, Camilla. Ali Mohamed Chiboukader. La parole est à vous. The mic is yours.
Yeah. Kader, are you here?
Ali Mohamed. Okay, what's wrong with you guys? Qu'est-ce qui vous arrive aujourd'hui? Ali Muhammad Shubio. I think that we
Okay,
lost
let's
it.
continue.
Je crois que nous l'avons perdu. Fadi. Fadi, the mic is yours. Fadi, la parole est à vous. Fadi.
Yes. Can you
The
hear
mic
me?
is yours. Yeah,
Can you hear
we
me?
can hear you.
Okay. Lucia whispered that he could help you with this task.
Task. Okay, that she could help me with the task. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Continue, please continue. Next example, read the sentence and transform it into reported speech.
I may not be in school tomorrow, Antonia declared.
Declared.
Declare.
Mm-hmm.
Antonia declared that he must not be in school tomorrow.
She might not be in school tomorrow. Let's check your answer. So Antonia declared that she might not be in school the next day. Now pay attention here. You didn't change tomorrow here. So as I said,
Okay.
let's continue. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, doctor. You can continue.
Yeah, let's continue. Imperative now.
Okay, Fadi.
Yes. Open your workbook, the teacher told us. The teacher told us that we should open our workbook.
The teacher told us to open. You have infinitive form, okay? 2 plus infinitive. Told us to open our workbooks. Thank you so much. Okay, let's continue. What else changes? Okay, in the, of course, direct speech, we change here. Here, reported speech becomes there. These becomes that or those, today, tonight. Reported speech, that day, that night. Yesterday becomes the day before. Last week or last month becomes the previous week or the week before. Tomorrow becomes the next or the following day. Next week or next month, okay? So we transform it into the next day, the following day, the next week, the following month, okay? Let's continue. Who said it? So let's have a look. Now here you have statements or quotes said by, of course, a famous person. We start with the first one, Albert Einstein, okay? Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. So, reported speech. Einstein said that anyone who had never made a mistake had never tried anything new. So here, as you see, the verb is in the simple present perfect. So reported speech, we change it into past perfect tense. Example number 2. Let's do example number 2. Who wants to do this example? Dear students, okay, let's do example number 2.
Okay, for those who want to answer Dr. Swad's question, you can raise your hand or write it down on the chat box. Pour ceux qui veulent répondre à la question de Dr. Swad, veuillez s'il vous plaît soit lever la main, soit l'écrire sur le chat. So, answer. Who's gonna answer? Come on, guys. Quickly. Allez, tout le monde ne va pas choisir par hasard, hein?
Yeah, guys, where are you? Participation, please.
Okay. Okay. Choosing randomly. On va choisir par hasard. C'est le jour du hasard. It's a randomly choice day. Isn't it, doctor? Okay. Mouchidine Ali? The mic is yours. Mouchidine Annie? La parole est à vous. Mouchidine? Mouchidine? Okay, I think that we lost him. Je pense que nous l'avons perdu. Hi Nao and Lisaïd. Hi Nao, the mic is yours. La parole est à vous.
Alors, excusez-moi, je viens juste d'arriver et j'ai pas entendu la question.
Doctor, if we can repeat the question, please, for her now, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I said change the following statements into reported speech. Okay, reported speech.
I didn't understand very well.
So, can you read the example? Read first. Read it, please.
Pardon?
Can you read it?
We are live with the objective of being
Leave. Correct, please. We all leave.
Our lives are all different and yet the same. I didn't understand the question.
I said change the following statements into reported speech. From direct speech, you changes into reported speech. So you start, you can say, Anne Frank said that. Here you have the verb is in the simple present. She said, we all live. Okay, so reported speech. Anne Frank said, yes, continue.
Say that we all live with the objective of being different. J'ai pas vu la leçon.
Okay. No problems. We'll pick another one. Thanks for trying. Ok, merci pour l'essai, Ainaou. On va prendre une autre personne. Naufal, mic is yours. Naufal, la parole est à vous.
Sorry, I don't understand the question.
Okay, I repeat. So change the code. So here, as you see, I gave you quotes, okay, said by famous persons, okay? So this example here, you have Anne Frank, okay? Anne Frank quote. We all live with the objective of being happy. Our lives are all different and yet the same, okay? So please change this quote into reported speech. Here you have direct speech, okay? Change it into reported speech, okay? That's it.
Yes. Anne Frank said, we are lived with the objective of
being happy.
Being happy. Our lives are different. Our lives were all different and yet the same.
Okay, let me check your answer. So Anne Frank said that we read Arfa. Read.
Anne Frank said that we are lived with the objective and being happy. Our lives were all different and yet the same.
Okay. So what did you change here in the reported speech?
I changed
the simple present into
the past.
Yeah. The verbs are, can you mention the verbs that you change it into simple past? The first verb is
live. And to
live.
To be, to live and to be.
Yeah, good. Continue, please. So continue. So read the next quote. Okay, you have Nelson Mandela. Okay, read, please.
I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquer that fear.
So first of all, this quote is in which tense? The verbs are in which tense here?
We change the
reported speech. Yeah.
Nelson Mandela said that she
or he.
What?
I said she or he. You are talking about Nelson Mandela.
Yes. He learned.
No, he. Correct,
yes.
Please. Yeah.
He learned that courage.
He learned
that courage were not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who did not feel afraid, but he will conquer that fear.
Okay. Let me check your answer. Read, please.
Nelson Mandela said that he had learned that courage had not been the absence of fear, but the truth over it. He emphasized that the brave man was not he who did not feel afraid, but he who conquered that fear.
Yeah. So this is the right answer. You just apply the rule, okay? Here. You should learn, of course, when using the reported speech, okay? For example, you transform the simple present into simple past, the present perfect into past perfect, and so on, okay?
Learned into had learned. And we change the verb. We change the verb to lean and to be.
Pablo Picasso, continue, please.
Pablo Picasso. I'm always doing that which I cannot do, so that I may learn how to do it. Pablo Picasso said that I was always doing that which I could not do, so that I might learn how to do it.
Okay, let me check your answer. Pablo Picasso said that he was, okay, not I, he was always doing, always doing that which he couldn't do. So you change it can into could, so that he might, okay, learn how to do it. It's okay?
It's okay.
Yeah. Let's continue now. Continue, please.
Eleanor Roosevelt. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
And this is I like this quote, okay? I like it so much. So the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams, okay? So here you have the verbs are in the simple present tense.
Eleanor Roosevelt said that the future belongs to those.
The future? What did you say? Sorry, can you repeat? Yeah.
The future belongs to those who believed in the beauty of their dreams.
So here you have the verb belongs, simple present tense. Do you need to change it or no in your reported speech?
Belongs.
Mm.
The future.
Simple past?
Yeah, it is a regular verbs or.
Yeah? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, let's check. Okay, so Roosevelt said that the future belonged. Okay, so it's a regular verb, simple past, infinitive plus ed, to those who believed, okay, as you said, believed in the beauty of their dreams. Okay, so here in this sentence, we changed the simple present tense into simple past. Okay. Thank you so much for your participation. Let's continue now. I move on to see relative clauses. Relative clauses. Defining and non-defining clauses. Let's see this example. In the schoolyard, I saw Natalie the other day. Natalie, the girl who plays the piano? No, that's Natasha. Natalie is the girl who dropped out of college. She's working in Davidson's now. You know, the shop that sells expensive clothes. So as you see in this conversation, we have here sentences written in black and other written in red. So I'm going to explain why. So let's look at these lines more closely. Can you hear me, dear students? Is my
Yes, we
voice
can hear
clear?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's read.
Clear
Let's
now,
read
doctor. If
this
you can repeat
conversation.
what you said now.
Okay, let's read this conversation together. Who wants to practice now? Emma and Melanie. Let's read it. I need 2 participants to read the following conversation. Yeah?
Okay. If you do practice with us, so you can raise your hand. Pour ceux qui veulent participer, veuillez s'il vous plaît lever la main. Bon, je dis pas de souci. Ok. Once practice. I'll choose randomly. Je vais choisir par hasard. C'est le jour du hasard. Mina?
No.
And let's pick Abdo. Abdo? 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 Oh. Okay.
Okay, no problem, Malek. So let's, yeah?
Naufal. I picked Naufal. Naufal? Read the text below, please, with Dr. Souad. Veuillez, s'il vous plaît, lire le texte. So, Dr.
Okay.
Souad, who will speak? Who will pick who?
I will speak first. So I'm Emma. Okay, Emma. I will start. I saw Natalie the other day.
Natalie, the
Natalie?
girl who plays the piano.
No, that is Natasha. Natalie is the student who dropped out of college. She's working in Davidson's now, you know, the shop that sells expensive clothes. Okay. Thank you for reading. I explain now. Clauses printed in red are called relative clauses. Okay, so here, these are relative clauses. Who plays the piano? Who dropped out of college? That sells expensive clothes. So these relative clauses give us more information about the subject or the object of the previous sentence or clause. So these relative clauses, which are printed in red, they give us information about Natalie. Okay, so the subject we're talking about here is Natalie. Okay, then here we're talking about the shop. So this relative clause gives us information about this shop. Okay, the shop that sells expensive clothes. Explanation. So the relative clauses in this conversation identify which person or thing they're talking about. The clause who plays the piano tell us which girl Melanie means. The clause that sells very expensive clothes tell us which shop Emma means. So relative clauses are usually introduced by pronouns like who, which, and that. Who. The relative pronoun who refers to people. Example, the woman who lived here before us is a romantic novelist. It is also possible to use that when we talk about people, especially in informal language. This is the girl that has eaten all the biscuits. That or which. The relative pronouns that and which refer to things, that is more usual than which, especially in conversation. Example, the car that. So here we're referring to the car, okay, which is an object. So the car that won the race looked very futuristic. Which is more formal? All cells, example here, all cells contain DNA, which holds genetic information. Whose? So whose refers to things belonging to people. That was the man whose car was stolen. Okay, so the car here belongs to that man. Subject or object. Relative pronouns can be either the subject or the object of the relative clause. For example, Marco Polo was a merchant who visited China in the 13th century. So who is used here as a subject. Next example, so glaciers are rivers of ice which form in cold climates on mountains. So which is used as subject. Einstein is a scientist who I admire. Object. This is the poem that I wrote in my first year. Object 2. Leaving out the relative pronoun. We can leave out the relative pronoun when it is the object of the relative clause. For example, Einstein is a scientist I admire. This is the poem I wrote in my first year. Defining or non-defining relative clauses. As mentioned above, relative clauses give important information about the subject or object. These are called defining clauses. In written language, we sometimes use non-defining clauses, which give extra information which we could leave out and are separated by commas. That is not used. Example, John Lennon, who was born in 1940, was a member of the Beatles, okay? So here we give extra information, as you see here. You have two commas here, who was born in 1940. So this is an extra information. And this is an example of non-defining clauses. Relative adverbs. We can also use some relative adverbs at the beginning of a relative clause. Where refers to a place. We went to a camp where we stayed 2 years ago. So here where refers to a place and when refers to a time. Example, I will never forget the day when I met you. So these are called relative adverbs, okay, which of course are used at the beginning of the relative clause. Now I will move on to section 2, vocabulary, part A, the most frequent affixes, prefixes and suffixes. Root word. So a root word is a word in its simplest form. A root word has nothing added to it. Examples: do, eat, write, read, pack, use. Affixes. word part added to the root word. Affixes are divided in two forms. Number 1, prefix, and 2, suffix. Prefixes. Prefixes add meaning to thousands of words. Learn a few prefixes and you open up the meaning of thousands of words. The four most frequent prefixes are 97% of prefixed words. What are prefixes? So prefixes are syllables that is added to the beginning of a root word. So prefixes combine with words to create new meaning. Example, pre plus view equal preview means first look. Example number 2, super plus star equal superstar, top player. Here you have examples of most common prefixes. Okay, number 1, anti equal against. Example, anti-war, anticlimax. Number 2, d equal opposite, means depart. Example, depart, deactivate. 3, these equal not or opposite of. Example, disagree, discard. Number 4, in equal cause to. Example, encode, empower. Number 5, for equal before, for example, forecast. 6, in equal in. Example, intake, implant. And number 7, enter equal between, for example, interact and interchange. Okay, now let's do this activity. Let's practice. Do you know common prefixes? Yeah, guys, okay, let's practice now. Are you here? Dear participants, can you hear me? It's practice time. Where are you? Are you here? Okay, let's practice together. You have an activity to do.
Okay, for those who want to answer Dr. Sora the question, you can raise your hand or write it down on the chat box. Pour ceux qui veulent répondre à la question de Dr. Sora, veuillez s'il vous plaît soit lever la main, soit l'écrire sur le chat.
Yeah.
I hope that we won't choose randomly this time. J'espère que nous ne allons pas
matching exercise. You have a matching exercise, okay? I do the first example for you.
Doctor will choose randomly.
Yeah, okay.
Ok, nous allons choisir par hasard. C'est le jour du hasard. Ali Mohamed Kader, the mic is yours. Ali Mohamed Kader, la parole est à vous. Ali? 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 I lost him. On perdu. Fadi? The mic is yours. Fadi, la parole est à vous.
Yes, we can choose anti, that is opposite with she. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yes, I can hear you very well. Yeah, the first example is already done for you. Number 1 plus D, okay? Anti, in, not. Can you do number 2? You have prefixes here. Yeah, means equal what? D.
Not.
Opposite?
Yes. Dislike, against.
Yeah. Okay, number 3.
Dislike.
Dislike.
Against. See.
Number 4. Number 4. Number 4.
And between.
Yeah. Number 5.
I don't know. Close to.
Before, okay. 6. Number 6. In.
Yes.
Plus D. Number 7. Enter. Yeah. Between.
Fadi.
It's okay. Okay. Thank you so much. I continue now. Let's move on to be serving at a restaurant. Okay, let's learn here restaurant vocabulary. Okay. Greeting. Hi, how are you? Have you booked a table? Would you like to see the menu? Wanna take a look at the menu? This is, it has nuts or milk. So when you are, of course, at a restaurant, so who greets you and who says these statements, or who asks you these questions? Can you tell me? Who asks you these questions at the restaurant? Of course.
Okay, doctor.
The waiter or the waitress, okay? Choosing what to have, okay, so would you like to order now? Are you ready to order? Would you like a few more minutes? I suggest the pork ribs. That's the one we sell the most. Customers like it a lot. Now, placing the order. The waiter or the waiter says, could I have the spaghetti pasta, please? Or the customer, sorry, here, okay? I would like the chicken wings, please. I will go with the Portuguese prawns, please. Give me the meatballs, please. I will take a bottle of water first. A glass of red wine, please. How much is, okay? Checking the table now. Is everything all right? Here, the waiter or the waitress checks the table. All good. Another beer, another one more. If you need anything, let me know. Paying the lunch or dinner. Would you like the bill yet? I will bring you the bill. 1 second. I will go to you just one moment. How was everything? Is it credit? Want the receipt? Saying goodbye now. Thanks a lot. See you soon. Have a good week. Appreciate it. Okay, so this is a kind of vocabulary that you should learn, of course, when you are going to a restaurant, okay? Now, I move on to part 3, writing. Let's talk about writing opinion essays. Some facts about all types of essays. All essays are formal. All essays consist of introduction, main body, conclusion. Linking words are the essence of a successful text. I continue. Now, the structure of opinion essays. You have introduction, write the subject and your opinion. Paragraph 1, argument for plus why. Paragraph number 2, argument for plus why, you explain why. And paragraph 3, argument against. Okay, you have 2 arguments for and 1 against. Plus why, when I say plus why, I mean you support or you explain your argument and you support it with examples. Of course, I'm talking about writing an opinion essay in which you give your opinion about a certain subject or topic. Okay? The conclusion restate your opinion using different words. Okay, so here you have 3 paragraphs. Introduction, 3 paragraphs, conclusion. You have paragraph 1, okay, introduction, paragraph 2, pro or con, paragraph 3, pro or con, and paragraph 4, con or pro, and paragraph 5, conclusion. Now, how to create your paragraphs? Here you have the topic. You have 2 ideas for and 1 idea against, and think of 2 or 3 strong details for each supporting idea. Okay? Here is the topic, okay? For example, you're going to talk about the effects or the advantages and disadvantages of social media, okay? So the topic here, you have the supporting idea. Example, detail. Supporting idea number 2, you give 3 details and the idea against or the counter argument, and you give 2 or 3 strong details for each here supporting idea. Remember now, topic sentence. Each paragraph needs to start with a sentence clearly saying what will be in the paragraph. Okay, here as you see, the topic sentence. Length. Every paragraph needs to be longer than 3 sentences. Vocabulary. Linking words. They connect simple sentences into more complex structures. Use them. Higher register, practice using more advanced words and phrases. Example of Lincoln words. Okay, now to express your opinion, use I believe, I think, in my opinion, it seems to me that. Two list points used to start with. Firstly, secondly, to begin with. To add more points, use what is more. Moreover, furthermore, besides, in addition to, apart from. Now to introduce contrast points or counter arguments, say people argue that, or as opposed to the above ideas, opponents of this view say. To introduce or to give examples, you say, for example, for instance, such as, in particular, especially. Now, to conclude, you say, to sum up, all in all things considered, taken everything into account. Okay, so these are the most important tips, okay, that help you to write a coherent opinion essay. Now, okay, it's the last part of today's lecture. We're going to move to speaking. Let's talk about a person who is very important to you. Speaking. Talk about a person who is very important to you and tell me why you like him, okay? Yeah. Guys, it's speaking time.
Okay, for those who want to answer Dr. Soarad's question, you can raise your hand or write it down on a chat box. Pour ceux qui veulent répondre à la question de Dr. Soad, veuillez s'il vous plaît soit lever la main, soit l'écrire sur le chat. Where are you? Where are you? What's the matter with you today? Qu'est-ce qui vous arrive aujourd'hui? Let's choose randomly. On va choisir par hasard. Youssef? Youssef, la parole est à vous. Youssef, the mic is yours. Youssef?
Oui, good morning, teacher. Good morning, everyone.
Hello, Youssef. Hello, welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can, yeah. So Youssef talked about a person, yeah.
I will try, but I was just coming, so okay. I like my mother because she born me and raised me like as a son, and secondly, he how can I say that?
You are always grateful for her love, yeah?
Excuse me, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, teacher.
I said you are talking about your mother?
Yeah, I'm speaking about my mother.
So my God protect her for you.
Yeah, she protected me when I was a child, right now, and she sent me to she sent me to school and raised me. Um, so yeah, I like her.
Okay. Can you talk about a friend who is very important to you or a famous person? Why not? Tell us about a
Yeah,
famous person. Yeah.
I have one friend who I like him so much, but unfortunately he
Football
dead.
player?
Uh, please, can you repeat, please, teacher?
Uh, your friend is a football player? Did you say he's a football player?
No, he's not. He,
What
he
does
was
he do?
because he was a student, but he passed away last year.
Okay, I'm sorry for you.
But I like him because when we was child, he
Okay,
was the
may his
person
soul
who,
rest in peace.
yeah, inshallah.
Yeah, tell us about your friend.
He was my friend on school and on really life. We spent much time together.
Yeah.
When we was child, when we was children, and he helped me much time, many time.
Can you describe his personality? Can you describe his personality?
He's a good person, a generous person, and he has a helpful person. He's a helpful person. He helped me, as I said, he helped me many time when I has when I have uh, need when I need help. He was always here for me.
Yeah, and you know do you know the proverb here about friends? The proverb says, "A friend in need is a friend indeed." Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but it's good to know that.
Yeah. Okay, so may his soul rest in peace. Okay, now tell us about a famous person who is very important to you now, a famous or a celebrity, okay?
As
That
for a famous person, I like Messi.
yeah, can you tell us why? Tell us. And who you
I like
introduce how
Messi,
who is
football
Messi?
player.
Who is Messi? Introduce him.
Messi is a football player, a famous person, and I like him because he play well football and out speech. He's a good person. He helped much. He helped many person in the world for the nation. For example, um, he is a modest person. Um, so yeah, I like him for that. He he he's a famous person, but he don't use it to a lot to how can I say that? He's a modest person.
Yeah, yeah, Yusuf. So what do you
So I
share
like
together?
I like
What do you share together? What do you share with Messi? Do you share some qualities?
uh,
Yeah.
his
Do you relate?
personality. I think
Yeah.
his personality. He's a modest. in the pitch is
He's humble,
modest, and out the pitch is modest.
Okay.
Voilà. Et I like this behavior, his behavior.
Towards people?
Pardon?
Okay, Yusuf. Okay, thank you for your participation.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let's choose another student who wants to talk about a person who is very important to him. Another student, guys, where are you? Let's continue.
Okay, let's pick another one randomly because today you're a little bit tired.
Maybe, yeah, maybe they're tired. I think they're tired. Okay. Yeah, let's talk.
Okay,
they have the chat box.
Doctor, you can continue.
Mm-hmm.
You can continue, Doctor.
Yeah? Nobody wants to talk about a person who is very important to him?
Okay, I'll choose randomly.
Yeah, let's choose
Mina.
another student. Yeah.
Mina, the mic is yours. Mina, la parole est à vous. Allez, c'est le jour du hasard. It's the randomly choose choice day. Mina. 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 Oh my God. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
The mic is yours. Fadi. Fadi, la parole est à vous. Fadi. Fadi. Aïe, 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 aïe. We lost him too. Naufal, the mic is yours. Naufal, la parole est à vous. Naufal. Naufal.
Okay, no problem, Malek. Okay, it's fine. I think now it's the end of today's lecture. And question time now, okay? Question time. Prepare your questions. Guys, it's question time.
Okay, for those who want to answer, who got questions, you can raise your hand or write it down on the chat box. Pour ceux qui ont des questions, veuillez s'il vous plaît soit lever la main, soit l'écrire sur le chat.
I'm waiting for your questions, guys.
Okay. No questions? Pas de questions? We can end today's lecture. Nous pouvons mettre fin au cours d'aujourd'hui. Okay, in the end of today's lecture, Doctor, would you like to say something? À la fin du 8e cours d'aujourd'hui, de la formation d'aujourd'hui, voulez-vous ajouter quelque chose?
Thank you, Malek, for your efforts. Thank you guys for attending today's lecture, for your participation, and see you next time.
Thank you, doctors, so much for your effort and for today's lecture. Thank you to all the participants for attending today's lecture. Remark, we didn't end our formation. It's still on process. We'll meet you the Wednesday next week at Wednesday 2 p.m. Donc, merci infiniment à vous, docteur. Merci aux participants pour avoir participé au cours d'aujourd'hui, de la formation d'aujourd'hui. Attention, attention, nous n'avons pas encore terminé notre formation. Nous verrons, Inch'Allah, la semaine prochaine, le mercredi à 14h, selon l'heure locale de l'Arabie Saoudite. Vous pouvez également suivre les dernières actualités concernant les séminaires, formations, ateliers, concours et l'inscription au programme d'études de l'université via le compte officiel de l'université sur Facebook, le groupe WhatsApp des activités étudiants ou encore le site web. Merci à vous tous et nous vous verrons Inch'Allah la semaine prochaine ou encore à 19h avec les outils d'analyse du marché. La formation des outils d'analyse du marché, Dr Moumen avec Dr Moumen, ou encore demain avec nos deux formations marketing digital, apprenez à programmer en Java et également le séminaire tellement demandé sur la lettre de motivation, ou encore le vendredi avec l'atelier de trouver votre idée d'entreprise. Il y a également la formation de préparation à l'examen du DELF, Microsoft 365 pour les utilisateurs finaux. Comment peut-on élaborer un logiciel à l'aide de Microsoft Access? Apprenez à découvrir les librairies Python et plein d'autres. Et la gestion des performances stratégiques. Merci à vous tous. Nous nous verrons, Inch'Allah, la semaine prochaine. Au revoir et passez une excellente journée.